Welcome to this I Got an Offer case interview guide video where I will cover a step-by-step approach you should follow to prepare for consulting interviews. The approach we suggest is articulated around 4 pillars. For full disclosure, this is the step-by-step approach we use in our case interview training programs on IGotAnOffer.com. But even if you don't end up using these programs, you will still be able to use this video to structure your preparation. At IGotAnOffer, we've helped more than 20,000 candidates prepare for case interviews so far, and more than 80% of the people who train with us end up getting an offer. This case interview guide summarizes a lot of what we've learned in the process of doing this, so let's get started. The first step of your preparation should be to develop fast and reliable math skills. First, if your math skills are really rusty, you should review on how to do basic operations such as additions, subtractions, divisions, and multiplications mentally. This might sound very basic, but 80% of the math mistakes people make are basic calculation errors. You can avoid this by spending some time up front making sure you have solid math fundamentals. Secondly, you should spend some time learning slightly more advanced techniques that can greatly increase the speed at which you do math calculations. This could include techniques such as how to apply growth rates over multiple years or how to factorize or expand maths expressions efficiently. In my experience, candidates who invest some time to brush up their math skills at the beginning of their preparation end up doing much better than others. The second step of your preparation should be to master a consistent method to crack case interviews. Now, on the day of your interview, you will most likely be extremely stressed. Being able to fall back on a consistent method you have mastered will therefore be extremely valuable. As I mentioned in the second part of this guide, there are 7 different types of questions in case interviews. In our experience, the best way to consistently crack cases is to learn how to consistently crack each type of question in isolation first. This makes the whole learning process much more manageable. It also means you can more easily measure your progress and focus your preparation on the areas of consulting interviews you are less comfortable with. For each of the 7 question types, you should therefore develop a step-by-step method that you always use. The third step of your preparation should be to apply the method you have developed to actual case interviews. The best way to do this is to find peers to practice with, either at consulting clubs or universities or even online. You can also ask friends who are not necessarily preparing for consulting interviews to help. And if you know any consultants, you should never hesitate to ask them to do 1 or 2 interviews with you. In addition, it can also be helpful to practice case interviews by yourself. This is one of the top reasons that people use our case interview training programs. They include live case interview videos, which are structured so that you can listen to the interviewer's questions, hit pause, and answer the question as if you were in a real interview. This is an extremely efficient way to progress quickly, and you can see the extracts of these videos here. Finally, one of the most common mistakes candidates make when preparing for consulting interviews is to focus too much on cases and neglect fit or personal experience interview questions. We recommend putting around 25% of your preparation time aside to prepare good answers to common fit and PEI questions. Following this 4-step approach really works. As of today, more than 80% of people who have used our case interview programs ended up being successful. We know this because we give 50% of the money back to people who don't get the job at their target firm. In addition to these 4 steps, we also cover how to tailor your preparation to the firms you are preparing for. So, if you're preparing for McKinsey, you'll be able to specifically prepare for interviewer-led cases and the McKinsey PEI. And if you're preparing for BCG, Bain and other firms, you'll be able to specifically prepare for candidate-led cases and fit questions that are frequently asked by these firms. We look forward to seeing you on IGotAnOffer.com. Okay, so that's it for the case interview preparation plan video today. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.